All right, guys, we're gonna go back to partner training. Now we're gonna go back to partner training while using pads. Pad holding is an art in itself. Most people have two targets and they kind of hold pads incorrectly. They don't really understand how to meet with equal intensity. Today we're gonna talk about having one target in the middle and just learning how to build a rhythm with your partner. Making sure that you're both working at the same intensity and maybe bringing the intensity down to begin with to make sure that the technique is correct first. So first, we're just gonna work on finding the jab with your partner. Once again, I'm not gonna actually be in the same range I'd be to hit him because then you'll end up punching your partner if you're throwing good punches. So I'm gonna be about just outside of this range here. Your pad holder wants to be relaxed with their shoulders. They don't want to be showing the pads the entire time. They want to keep the hands down nice and loose and relaxed. When he calls the punch out, you should call the punch out, show the target, make sure that you're both ready, and then this person's gonna throw. We don't wanna hyperextend an elbow, have something bad happen because this person's getting excited, and vice versa. I don't want this person slamming their punch. So we're just gonna be nice and loose. We'll first start with finding the jab. He'll call out the jab and show the punch. I'm gonna make sure I'm in range to find it. We'll freeze when the punch lands. So he calls out the jab, shows down the middle, and I throw it here. We're making sure that we have good posture. Once again, you don't really need to meet this hand really hard. I'm not trying to break his hand. He's not trying to break my hand. We're trying to find a rhythm and correct technique. So I throw this jab when he's ready. And then we find that rhythm. Once you move around, you start finding a rhythm with the partner. And you can start to pick it up, start to find your exits like we talked about earlier. Once that's comfortable, you can either double the jab where he's gonna step straight back, one, just stepping back, and we can work this different ways. I can work this double jab coming straight in here, where I'm gonna work on just really getting inside, jab, jab. I can work on setting up an angle with this punch, moving out to my left, jab, jab. I can use this double jab to set up a right hand, going this way. So lots of options for that double jab. We'll keep it simple and we'll just stick with an entry to start. So I'm just gonna come straight in with the double jab. You're just gonna back up, meet it with equal intensity. Just be relaxed. Find that double jab, just be comfortable with your partner. Now, if that double jab is comfortable, if you just wanted to move on to the 1 and the 2, we'll move on to that one next. Once again, I'm not trying to rip 12 inches through his arm as the partner. If he's catching your cross, don't try to punch all the way through him. Always keeping good posture. Be nice to your pad holder. Just have a shot go a little bit through the target, just enough to roll the shoulder over. So I find this jab here in range when he calls it out. Now he's gonna meet the 2 in about this same place. We don't wanna have 2 targets to where I have to punch somewhere through here and he's got his hand over here. You'll both start to train really bad habits where you're turning too much and you're not understanding where the target's at. So I just wanna throw right down the middle, throw that jab. I'm making sure we have good technique right on that cross, right down the middle. Should feel good. Come back, always ready. And then we're gonna move. I'm gonna wait for him to call it out. Or if you're really comfortable, you can just show this, throwing the 1, 2. Put pressure on the pad holder. Sometimes relax, let them have their range. Let yourselves work it out at a comfortable rhythm, guys. Next, we could add that left hook to this combination. Once again, when he's catching this left hook, he doesn't want to have wide targets. If his arms are out wide, it's gonna hurt the elbow, you're gonna hurt their shoulder. We're gonna meet this jab in the middle, stepping in. It's gonna meet this cross. I'm gonna step on this 2. It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter 2. Now I'm in range for this lead hook. Once again, he's He's not gonna have his arm all the way out here and try to smash in. He's just relaxed, and he's just gonna adjust into his center line where the hook would meet. So we landed this cross. From here, I'm gonna pull back and recenter, and we're just landing the hook right in that center line at a comfortable position. Gonna pull through, always ready. Throws the 1, lands the 2, lands the 3, always ready. And 1, 2, 3. Just because they show, wait till you're set. It's not a rush. I don't want to be impatient. Have him show and then jump into these. Always good posture, always quality movement, always ready. Good job. Next, if we want, we can add slips to these combinations, okay? So we'll start back with that 1, 2. So from here, on the 1, 2, his free hand is his lead hand. He's not gonna aim this to where my head's going to be. He's gonna aim this to where my head is. So when he aims this, we're slipping just outside of it. Remember when I slip, I don't wanna give up my back. I'm keeping good posture, and I'm gonna drop this 2 right over the top of that hand, right down the middle. So I'm gonna throw the 1, 2, slip outside of that jab, good posture. Lead hand stays high just in case. I don't want to take a gamble and throw this shot and have him throw it as well. Lead hand stays high, coming right over the top of that cross. 1, 2, slip 2. Notice I'm adding a little step on the slip like we talked about earlier. So when I slip outside of this punch, I have an even better angle, a little more power on that shot. Next, if we want, building up on these combinations, you can start to add that lead hook. So, finding the range with the jab, finding that range with the cross. We're staying outside on these, so I shouldn't be back in hook range. Should be pretty long. I'm gonna slip outside this jab. Now, because I want to go back into hook range, I'm taking a step on that cross. Now I'm in good range to land that hook. And we're just building up on this combination. Always ready. 1, 2, and then I slip that jab. 2, 3, always ready. 1, 2, slip the jab. 2, 3, always ready. Building up, making sure you don't pick it up so you have a good rhythm with your partner. All right guys, building on in the partner series drill for catching punches. We're gonna go back through pad training. We're gonna go back through with the 1, 2. This time when we slip the jab, instead of staying long and slipping with this cross, we're gonna slip and we're gonna take this small step just outside of that lead shoulder and get in range to land this big uppercut. In reality, if I was throwing this shot, I would throw this 1, 2, take this angle, and I'm trying to get right underneath that shoulder right there. Then I'd find that safe exit, if not throwing more punches. So we're gonna step in with this 1, find the range for the 2. I'm gonna slip outside of this jab, and once again, when I slip, I'm letting my head work with my footwork, like we talked about earlier. Our head movement and our footwork should go together. Lead hand always stays high just in case. Now from here, we're just gonna pivot right through their center line, and they're just gonna find that uppercut. Make sure it's the pad holder when you catch this. You're just gonna bring that lead arm back to catch that uppercut so your arm's not out. It'll feel awkward. Nobody's gonna throw a punch and probably keep it out there. They'll throw a punch and bring it back. So we're here, 1, 2, slipping the jab, and now I have good position for that 6. Always ready, back out for my exit. 1, 2, slip, 6, always ready. 1, 2, slip, 6, always ready. Good, I'll slow it down. comfortable with that. Once that's comfortable, once again, we're building on with these combinations. So as we're building on, stepping with that jab, stepping with that cross, slipping outside. Now when we land this 6, I'm really loaded to take his head off with that big hook right there. Get back in good position, exit out, building on this combination. 1, 2, slip that jab, 6, loads to 3, moving out, always ready. 1, 2, slip, 6, 3, always ready. Next, we're gonna add the short 2. So once again, building up on these combinations. Stepping on this jab, finding that cross, good position. Slip outside that jab, find that 6, find that lead hook. Now we're gonna drop in this short 2 right here. I'm almost thinking about if I hit this angle, that 6 is here, hook is here, and this short right hand is coming over the top of this shoulder. Remember, I'm trying to take out those back teeth. Moving, always ready. So the pad holder, 1, 2, slip, 6, 3, short right hand, move out, find your exit. Have fun with that one, guys.